Raise your hand if your breakfast looks something like this. A warm bowl of oatmeal, a splash of milk, maybe some toast on the side. And you feel pretty good about that. Responsible, healthy, basically a nutrition champion. Yeah, we need to talk. Because that breakfast you've been proudly eating for the past 20 years, for people over 50, it might be doing the exact opposite of what you think. And the one food that could actually turn things around, the food your muscles are quietly begging for every single morning, is probably sitting in the last place you'd ever look. No fad diets, no expensive supplements, no smoothies that taste like a lawn. Just one simple, affordable food, and the science behind why it works so powerfully for men and women over 50. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to put on your plate tomorrow morning. Let's go. Here's what's actually going on inside your body. After age 50, your muscles start losing mass faster than they can rebuild. Not dramatically at first. It's subtle. A little less strength here, a little less energy there. But over time, it adds up. This process even has a medical term, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and it affects every single person over 50, whether they feel it yet or not. Now, maybe you've heard that skipping breakfast is actually good for you. Intermittent fasting, eating windows, all of that. And look, for some things, fasting has real benefits. But when it comes to protecting your muscles after 50, it's a different story entirely. Younger muscles are highly efficient at using protein whenever it arrives, but after 50, that efficiency drops significantly. Older muscles need more frequent protein signals throughout the day to trigger repair and growth. Skipping breakfast means missing the most critical window, right after the overnight fast, when muscles are most receptive to rebuilding. For adults over 50, that's not a window worth closing. Protein needs vary from person to person, so it's always worth a quick chat with your doctor to find out what's right for you. So breakfast isn't just about energy. It's your muscles' first delivery of the day. And what you put in that delivery? That's exactly what we're getting into next. Part 1. 2. Breakfast foods that are working against you. Before we get to the good stuff, the food your muscles actually need, we need to talk about 2 breakfast staples that are quietly working against you. And one of them? We literally mentioned it in the first 10 seconds of this video. Oatmeal, sort of. Now hold on, before you close this video, we're not saying oatmeal is bad. We're saying that the oatmeal most people over 50 are actually eating every morning is not the oatmeal they think it is. Here's the thing. There are basically 2 worlds of oatmeal. On one side, steel-cut oats or plain rolled oats, minimally processed, full of fiber, digested slowly. Good stuff. On the other side, instant oatmeal packets. The ones that come in flavors like maple brown sugar, apple cinnamon, or peaches and cream. And that second version? It's a completely different food. Those packets are pre-cooked and processed until most of their natural fiber structure is gone. What's left digests almost as fast as pure sugar. Add the flavoring, which can contain up to 12 grams of added sugar per packet, and what you're actually eating first thing in the morning is a blood sugar spike dressed up as a healthy breakfast. And blood sugar spikes in the morning are exactly what your muscles don't need. Here's something worth knowing. A standard bowl of oatmeal contains only about 5 grams of protein, but after 50, your muscles need a minimum of 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast to actually trigger the repair process overnight. That means oatmeal alone, even the good kind, leaves your muscles roughly 80% short of what they need. It's not a bad food, it's just not enough on its own. And most people don't realize that. Protein needs vary from person to person, so it's always worth a quick chat with your doctor to find out what's right for you. So if you're eating plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats in the morning, keep going. But if it's the little flavored packets, time for an upgrade. Food number 2, orange juice. This one hurts a little, we know. Orange juice has been on breakfast tables for decades. It feels fresh. It feels healthy. It feels like the right thing to do in the morning. But here's what a glass of OJ actually delivers first thing in the morning. Around 26 grams of sugar, almost no fiber, and virtually 0 protein. The fiber that would normally slow everything down? Gone. Left behind in the pulp during processing. What hits your bloodstream is essentially liquid sugar with a vitamin C sticker on it. And after 50, when your muscles are already fighting to hold on to what they have, starting your morning with that kind of sugar hit is like pouring water into a gas tank. For women especially, this becomes even more relevant after menopause, when hormonal shifts already make muscle maintenance harder than it used to be. The good news? A whole orange gives you the same vitamins, plus the fiber, plus way less sugar impact. Small swap, big difference. Part 2. The 3 secret breakfast foods that rebuild muscle. Alright, now for the good part. 3 breakfast foods that actually work for your muscles after 50. And I promise, at least one of these is going to surprise you. Secret food number 1, cottage cheese. Yes, really, hear me out. Cottage cheese has had a bit of an image problem. It's been sitting in the back of the fridge, largely ignored, while everyone chases protein shakes and expensive supplements. But here's the thing. Plain, full-fat cottage cheese is one of the most muscle-friendly breakfast foods on the planet. 1 cup delivers around 25 grams of complete protein. That's already close to the 30-gram threshold your muscles need in the morning to actually trigger repair. But what makes it truly special for people over 50 is the type of protein it contains, casein. Unlike most proteins that get absorbed quickly and move on, casein releases amino acids slowly and steadily into your bloodstream for up to 4 hours after eating. Your muscles keep getting fed long after breakfast is over. It's basically a slow-release muscle supplement in a tub that costs $3. Add a handful of walnuts and some frozen berries on top. Frozen is just as nutritious as fresh and a whole lot easier on the wallet. And you've got one of the most powerful muscle-building breakfasts available. Simple, affordable, and yes, actually pretty good once you try it. Secret food number 2, canned salmon or sardines. I see you making a face right now. And honestly, fair enough. But here's the thing. Canned salmon and sardines might be the most underrated muscle foods for people over 50 on the entire planet. Not because of their protein, although that's impressive too, but because of something most people never even think about at breakfast: omega-3 fatty acids. Here's what omega-3s actually do inside your body. After 50, your muscles deal with something called chronic low-grade inflammation, a slow, invisible burn that makes it harder for muscle tissue to repair itself no matter how much protein you eat. Think of it like trying to build a house while someone keeps quietly knocking down the walls. Omega-3s stop that. They reduce the inflammation so your muscles can finally do what they're supposed to do: rebuild and get stronger. 3 ounces of canned salmon gives you around 22 grams of complete protein plus over 1,500 milligrams of omega-3s. Scramble it into your eggs, mix it with your cottage cheese, or just eat it straight. And sardines? Even higher in omega-3s, and one of the cheapest proteins you'll find anywhere in the grocery store. Still making a face? Try it once. Your muscles won't care what your face thinks. Secret food number 3, eggs, but not how you've been eating them. You knew eggs were coming, and you're probably thinking, okay, eggs, I know, I already eat those. What's the big deal? Here's the big deal. For decades, people over 50 were told to ditch the yolk. Too much cholesterol. Stick to egg whites. Be responsible. And millions of people listened, ordering egg white omelets, separating yolks into the trash every single morning, feeling very virtuous about the whole thing. Turns out, that was one of the biggest nutritional mistakes of the last 50 years. Because the yolk is where almost everything useful actually lives. Vitamin D, which acts like a hormone that tells your muscles to absorb protein and grow stronger. Healthy fats that help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. B12, selenium, choline. The egg white gives you protein. The yolk gives you the entire support system that makes that protein actually work. Without the yolk, you're essentially buying a car and throwing away the engine.
Okay, let's be honest. The medical community really dropped the ball on this one. For decades, we told people to throw away the most nutritious part of the egg, the yolk, gone, into the bin, and millions of people listened. Current research is very clear. For healthy adults, whole eggs do not pose the cardiovascular risk we once thought. And for anyone over 50 specifically, that yolk is pure gold. Vitamin D, B12, healthy fats, everything your muscles need to actually use the protein. If you have specific cholesterol concerns, talk to your doctor. But if you've been tossing that yolk every morning, you can stop now. We're sorry. 2 whole eggs at breakfast, cooked in butter or ghee. Ghee is just clarified butter with a higher smoke point. Perfect for the pan. Yolk fully intact. That's it. No guilt, no separation anxiety. Just one of the simplest, most affordable, most complete muscle-building breakfasts your money can buy. Cottage cheese, canned salmon or sardines, and whole eggs, yolk and all. Start with one, add another. Give it 30 days. Your muscles have been waiting for this.